Have you ever found yourself stuck in a loop of repetitive thoughts and wondered why it's so hard to break free? Or maybe you've been in a heated argument with someone and couldn't quite understand how their perspective was so different from yours. Well, you're not alone. Our brains are incredibly complex, and understanding how they work can help unlock some of life's most puzzling questions. Welcome to our video on the many psychological facts about human behavior. Today, we'll be exploring some fascinating insights into how our brains work and how they shape our behavior. Fact 1. We are more likely to believe information that confirms our beliefs. Our brains have a built-in bias called confirmation bias, which means we tend to pay more attention to information that confirms what we already believe. This can lead to bias and misinformation, as we may only seek out information that aligns with our existing beliefs and ignore information that contradicts them. For example, how many times have you found yourself only reading news sources that align with your political beliefs, leading to a polarized society? To avoid this bias, it's important to actively seek out information that challenges our beliefs and to be open to changing our minds. Not only that, but also, it's important to be critical of the information we consume and to fact-check it before accepting it as true. Fact 2. Our emotions influence our decision-making. When we're in an emotional state, our judgment and decision-making abilities can be compromised. This phenomenon is known as affect heuristic, and it can lead to impulsive decisions that we later regret. Think back to a time when you were angry or anxious. How many times have you made a decision you later regretted? To avoid this, it's important to take a step back and wait until we're in a calm state before making any important decisions. Also, it's important to recognize the impact of our emotions on our decision-making and to try to make decisions based on logical reasoning rather than emotions. Fact 3. We have a tendency to conform to the opinions of others. Social pressure can lead us to conform to the opinions of others, even when they go against our own beliefs. This phenomenon is known as social norms, and it can be seen in classic studies like the Asch conformity experiments, where participants were asked to match a line with 3 other lines, and they conformed to the group's incorrect answer, even when it was obvious they were wrong. This can be seen in everyday situations as well, such as how we tend to conform to the opinions of our friends and family, even if we don't agree with them. To combat this, it's important to have the courage to stand up for our own beliefs and to be open to hearing and understanding different perspectives. Also, it's important to be aware of the pressure to conform and to make a conscious effort to think for ourselves. Fact 4. Our brains are wired to seek out pleasure and avoid pain. The human brain is wired to seek out pleasurable experiences and avoid painful ones, a phenomenon known as the hedonic treadmill. This can influence our behavior and decision-making, leading us to engage in unhealthy habits such as overeating or addiction in order to seek pleasure and avoid pain. To overcome this, it's important to find a balance and to seek out healthy ways to experience pleasure, such as through exercise or hobbies. Also, it's important to recognize that pleasure and happiness are not the same thing and that true happiness comes from a balance of pleasure and pain. Fact 5. Our behavior is influenced by our environment. The nature versus nurture debate has long been a topic of discussion when it comes to understanding human behavior. Our environment plays a significant role in shaping our behavior and influencing our decisions. For example, people who grow up in abusive or neglectful environments are more likely to develop mental health issues. To improve our environment, it's important to surround ourselves with positive and supportive people and to make an effort to improve our surroundings. Also, it's important to recognize the impact of our environment on our behavior and to make a conscious effort to improve it. Fact 6. The power of self-fulfilling prophecies. Our expectations and beliefs can greatly influence the outcome of our actions, known as self-fulfilling prophecies. For example, students who are expected to succeed tend to achieve higher grades than those who are not. To harness the power of self-fulfilling prophecies, it's important to have positive expectations for ourselves and to believe in our own abilities. Also, it's important to recognize the power of our beliefs and to be aware of any limiting beliefs that may hold us back. Fact 7. The power of self-talk. The language we use to talk to ourselves can shape our thoughts and behavior, known as self-talk. Positive self-talk can be a powerful tool for increasing motivation and improving performance, while negative self-talk can have the opposite effect. To improve our self-talk, it's important to monitor our thoughts and to make a conscious effort to replace negative thoughts with positive ones. Also, it's important to recognize the impact of self-talk on our self-esteem and overall well-being and make a consistent effort to use positive self-talk. Fact 8. The importance of self-awareness. Understanding and being aware of one's own emotions, thoughts, and behavior is crucial for personal growth and improving relationships. Self-awareness can help identify patterns of negative thinking or destructive behavior and aid in making positive changes. To improve self-awareness, it's important to take time to reflect on our own thoughts and behavior and to be open to feedback from others. It's also important to recognize the impact of self-awareness on our ability to understand and connect with others. Fact 9. The role of mirror neurons in empathy. Mirror neurons, a type of brain cell, play a crucial role in empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. This can be seen in everyday life, such as how seeing someone else in pain can activate the same pain centers in our own brain and evoke feelings of empathy. To improve empathy, it's important to practice active listening and to put ourselves in others' shoes. Also, it's important to recognize the impact of empathy on our relationships and to make a consistent effort to understand and connect with others. Fact 10. The impact of social media on mental health. The use of social media can greatly affect mental health, leading to increased feelings of loneliness, depression, and anxiety. It can also lead to increased pressure to present a perfect image online, negatively impacting self-esteem. To improve our relationship with social media, it's important to be mindful of our usage and to take breaks from it when necessary, to avoid comparing ourselves to others, and to focus on building real-life connections. Also, it's important to recognize the impact of social media on our mental health and to make a conscious effort to use it in a healthy and balanced way. In conclusion, the human mind is a complex and fascinating thing. From the way we process information to the emotions that drive our behavior, understanding the workings of the mind can help us make sense of the world around us. In this video, we've explored a range of psychological facts about human behavior that have given us a glimpse into the inner workings of our brains. We've looked at how our biases and emotions can shape the way we think and make decisions, the power of social influence, and the role of our environment in shaping our behavior. We've also explored the impact of self-talk, self-awareness, mirror neurons, and social media on our mental health. It's important to remember that these facts are not set in stone and that everyone's experience is different. However, by being aware of these psychological facts, we can make more informed decisions and take steps to improve our quality of life. Whether it's by being more mindful of the information we consume, challenging our limiting beliefs, or taking a step back to assess our emotions before making a decision, understanding the workings of our mind can help us navigate the world around us with greater ease. So, the next time you find yourself stuck in a loop of repetitive thoughts, or struggling to understand someone else's perspective, remember that the human mind is a complex and fascinating thing, and with a little understanding, we can unlock its secrets. Thanks for watching.